Hey guys, it's Matt. So it's going to be a summary and analysis of Junji Ito's manga, The Enigma of Amigara Fault. So before we jump into the story, let's look briefly at the author pictured on the left. So famous horror writer and manga artist Junji Ito. So many of his works focus on body, psychological, and cosmic horror. He also uses a horror lens to examine social issues like suicide. So let's get into the story. So we're introduced to our setting, an unknown Japanese territory or prefecture that has just experienced a severe earthquake that has revealed a fault. We are then introduced to our main characters, two hikers, a male hiker Owaki and female hiker Yoshida, who appear to have come to see the fall, which has become a national, perhaps global phenomenon. We see that the fall has what it looks like human-shaped holes. The human-shaped holes have mystified the researchers. They're not sure if they're natural or man-made, and they say that they'll need more time to study them to determine their origin. So we're going to see that Yoshida is going to explain that she feels drawn to the area by her human-shaped hole. She says it called out to me and it was in my shape. Yoshida says her human-shaped hole was created just for her thousands of years ago. Owaki is skeptical and calls her egotistical. We're going to see that a man called Nagasaki, pictured on the left, far left, also said that he has come to enter his human-shaped hole. He enters his hole, bottom panels, to prove that it was meant for him. We're going to see a desperate rescue effort to find Nagasaki, but he is never found despite many hours of searching. We see in the bottom panels that Owaki Yoshida has set up camp for the evening. That night we see Owaki having a nightmare. He imagines that he's Nagasaki. He is stuck deep within the fault and in his human-shaped hole, unable to move, and he's screaming for help. In the morning, Yoshida tells Owaki that she has discovered her hole. Yoshida starts to become hysterical about entering her hole. Meanwhile, we see this man enters a human-shaped hole and tells the crowd that to tell his mother that he loves her. We see more and more people enter their human-shaped holes. We see Owaki has covered up Yoshida's human-shaped hole with rocks to protect her. We later see Owaki and Yoshida in a tent. Yoshida gives a little bit of her backstory. She explains that she feels alone in the world. Her parents do not care about her. She has no friends. Owaki tells her that she's only attached to her hole because she feels lonely, and he tries to comfort her. We see that they kiss on the top panel. We see that Owaki has a second dream. So he dreams that he's in a different time period. He has committed a horrible crime and has been sentenced to enter a human-shaped hole that was created just for him. So Owaki describes the experience inside of the hole. So the hole allows him only to move forward. As he moves forward, his body, including his neck and limbs, are painfully twisted. Somehow he remains alive, but he's suffering tremendously. We see that Owaki wakes up and is shocked when he discovers that Yoshida has removed the rocks from her human-shaped hole and entered her hole. We see Owaki mourning Yoshida, so his flashlight falls to the ground and shines a light on his human-shaped hole. So Owaki removes his clothes, his eyes looking defeated, and he enters his human-shaped hole. Many months later, we see the researchers discover another fault area, but these holes look more extended and they look more non-human. We see on the last page what it seems is possibly a person who entered their hole, and they're horribly disfigured, and it seems that they're alive and coming towards the researchers, and that is the end of the text. Analysis, some observations. So one element that is often cited in this text is this idea of compulsion to self-harm. And Sigmund Freud, the famous psychologist's idea about two instincts that unconsciously motivate our behavior. So one of these instincts is life instincts, which promote life, procreation, life, society enhancing instincts. So we can kind of see this with the researchers and Owaki's attempt to save lives as examples of this life instincts. And then the death instincts, which promote hurtful thinking, self-harm, risky behavior. We can kind of see that with Yoshida, Nagasaki, and the others who enter their holes. And it also promotes antisocial, aggressive, and even suicidal behavior. We can see Owaki kind of demonstrate both. He has this instinct to promote life, save Yoshida, but then later on we see him embrace more of a death instinct at the end. Also, we can kind of look at the text and look at the role of the media. Sometimes indirectly, it kind of promotes these communal places of self-harm, including suicide, to people who don't fit into society. So they fit only in these holes. So talking about these human-shaped holes, what do they symbolize? Well, I was just thinking many things, right? It can symbolize death, perhaps a casket, or individuals who feel like they're in a hole. They feel more trapped as they want to get out of life. right? They can't deal with life, and perhaps death is the only answer in their eyes. And I put a few stats in terms of suicide in Japan to perhaps, Junji Ito's trying to highlight this issue through this text. And thinking about the disfigured individuals, perhaps society is like this. It disfigures people. So the social pressure, the expectations, the messages that go against what we want to do or become causes pain, right? And we become something we don't want to, right? Disfigured. So Waki's punishment later on also, I was just kind of thinking about that dream, perhaps referring to the generational burden of shame. So not sure on that one. Interested to see what you guys, or hear and read what you guys think about that. And perhaps Ito is calling us to action to create more accepting society where more people can fit in, perhaps, and maybe highlight, as I mentioned before, this issue of suicide. Alright guys, so I'll leave a playlist here for more videos, but I really want to hear what you guys thought of the text, the meaning, and my analysis. Do you guys have additional thoughts? Yeah, please comment down below. Alright guys, so I thank you guys for watching. All that good stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys next time.